ಗುರುವಿನ ಆಜ್ಞೆಯಂತೆ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ವ್ಯಾಖ್ಯಾನ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ. ಗುರುವೇ ಸರ್ವಲೋಕಾನಾಂ ವಿಷಜೇ ಭವರೋಗಿಣಾಂ ನಿಧಯೇ ಸರ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾನಾಂ ಶ್ರೀ ದಕ್ಷಿಣಾಮೂರ್ತಯೇ ನಮಃ. ಸದಾಶಿವಸಮಾರಂಭಾಂ ಶ್ರೀಶಂಕರಾಚಾರ್ಯ ಮಧ್ಯಮಾಂ ಅಸ್ಮದಾಚಾರ್ಯಪರ್ಯಂತಾಂ ವಂದೇ ಗುರುಪರಂಪರಾಂ. ಓಂ ನಮೋ ಭಗವತೆ ವಿರಾಜೇಶ್ವರಾಯ. ಓಂ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶಾಯ ನಮಃ. ಓಂ ಶ್ರೀ ಮಹಾಸರಸ್ವತ್ಯೈ ನಮಃ. ವಸುದೇವಸುತಂ ದೇವಂ ಕಂಸಚಾಣೂರಮರ್ದನಂ ದೇವಕೀ ಪರಮಾನಂದಂ ಕೃಷ್ಣಂ ವಂದೇ ಜಗದ್ಗುರುಂ. ಮೂಕಂ ಕರೋತಿ ವಾಚಾಲಂ ಪಂಗುಂ ಲಂಘಯತೆ ಗಿರಿಂ ಯತ್ಕೃಪಾತಮಹಂ ವಂದೇ ಪರಮಾನಂದಮಾಧವಂ. ನಾರಾಯಣಂ ನಮಸ್ಕೃತ್ಯ ನರಂ ಚೈವ ನರೋತ್ತಮಂ ದೇವೀಂ ಸರಸ್ವತೀಂ ವ್ಯಾಸಂ ತतो ಜಯಮುದೀರಯೇತ್. Sixth shloka of the last chapter, 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, was covered up to the last time, where finally Lord ends his Upadesha with the final point, that is Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Raja Aham Tva Sarva Papebhyo Mokshayishyami Ma Shuchaha. So he ends there his Upadesha. 66ನೇ ಶ್ಲೋಕ ಮತ್ತು ಅದರ ಹಿಂದಿನ 65ನೇ ಶ್ಲೋಕ, ಎರಡೂ ಶ್ಲೋಕಗಳು 18ನೇ ಅಧ್ಯಾಯದ್ದು ಪರಿಸಮಾಪ್ತಿಯ ಕೊನೆಯ ಭಾಗದ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂಥ ನಮಗೆ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂಥ ಉಪದೇಶ. ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆಯ ಎಲ್ಲ ಉಪದೇಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊನೆಯ ಎರಡು ಶ್ಲೋಕಗಳನ್ನ ಪರಿಸಮಾಪ್ತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಭಗವಂತ. ಅದು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿರಬೇಕು. ಮಾಶುಚ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ ನಂತರ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಆತನ ಉಪದೇಶ ಮುಗಿಯಿತು. ಭಗವಂತನ ಉಪದೇಶ 66ನೇ ಶ್ಲೋಕ 18ನೇ ಅಧ್ಯಾಯಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಗಿಯಿತು ಅಂತ ಲೆಕ್ಕ. 2ನೇ ಅಧ್ಯಾಯ 11ನೇ ಶ್ಲೋಕದಿಂದ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭವಾದಂತಹ ಉಪದೇಶ ಈ 18ನೇ ಅಧ್ಯಾಯ 66ನೇ ಶ್ಲೋಕಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಕ್ತಾಯವಾಯಿತು ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಲೆಕ್ಕ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತಾ ವ್ಯಾಖ್ಯಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಈ 700 ಶ್ಲೋಕಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಇದನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಹಾತ್ಮರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎರಡನೇ ಅಧ್ಯಾಯ 11ನೇ ಶ್ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡೋದೇ ಭಗವಂತ ಉಪದೇಶವನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಯಾರಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ನೀನು ಅಳಬಾರದು, ಯಾರಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ನೀನು ವ್ಯಥೆ ಪಡಬಾರದು, ಅಂಥವ್ರಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ವ್ಯಥೆ ಪಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಅರ್ಜುನ ಅಂತ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ಅಶೋಚಾನನ್ಯ ಶೋಚಸ್ತ್ವಂ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞಾವಾದಾಂಶ ಭಾಷ್ಯಸೆ. ಅಶೋಚ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂತು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪದ. ಕೊನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಈ 66ನೇ ಶ್ಲೋಕ ಕೊನೆಯ ಉಪಸಂಹಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಕೊನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾ ಶುಚಃ. ಆ ಎರಡು ಶ್ಲೋಕಗಳ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಸಾರ ಇದೆ. ಯಾವುದು? ಮಾ ಶುಚಃ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಗ್ರೀವ್, ಡೋಂಟ್ ವರಿ, ಡೋಂಟ್ ವೀಪ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ದೇರ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ದಿ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ assurance, the total assurance, because the God is inside our own heart. That's what he means. So why are you bothered? Why are you worried? So between Ashokyan and Mashuchaha, if that points are understood correctly, the two significant words in Bhagavad Gita, as Mahatman say, the whole life mystery comes in there. The world play of the Maya comes in there, how we are affected, how our mind works. Then he goes on explaining all other things one by one, repeatedly. What is Karma Yoga, what is Bhakti Yoga, what is Jnana Yoga, all these things are Dhyana Yoga. And finally he says, Ma Shuchaha. There he ends his Upadesha. So 67th ಶ್ಲೋಕ onwards, ಈಗ ಭಗವಂತ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಇದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಮುಖ್ಯ. ಇದಂ ತೇನ ತಪಸ್ಕಾಯ ನಾ ಭಕ್ತಾಯ ಕದಾಚನ ನಾ ಚಾಶುಶ್ರೂಷವೇ ವಾಚ್ಯಂ ನ ಚ ಮಾಂ ಯೋಭ್ಯಸೂಯತಿ. Idante na plus atapaskaya. Idante na plus abhaktaya. Kadachana na cha ashushushruve vachyam. Na cha mam yaha abhyasuyati. So vachyam, na vachyam is the key word here. Idam te na tapaskaya na bhaktaya kadachana na chashushrushavе vachyam na cha mam yobhyasuyati. ಯಾರು ನನ್ನ ಭಕ್ತರಲ್ಲವೋ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನನ್ನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆದರ ಭಕ್ತಿ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆ ಇಲ್ಲವೋ, ಯಾರು ನನ್ನ ಭಕ್ತರೇ ಆಗಿಲ್ವೋ, ಯಾರು ನನ್ನ ಕುರಿತು ಧ್ಯಾನವನ್ನಾಗ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಆರಾಧನೆ ಆಗ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡೋದೇ ಇಲ್ವೋ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ, ಅಂಥವರಿಗೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಕೇಳಕ್ ಇಷ್ಟ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರೋರಿಗೆ ಈ ನನ್ನ ವಾಕ್ಯಗಳು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಉಪದೇಶವನ್ನ ಕೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೂ ಇಷ್ಟ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರೋರಿಗೆ ಖಂಡಿತ ಹೇಳಬಾರದಪ್ಪ ಅರ್ಜುನ ಅಂತ ಭಗವಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಲಾರ್ಡ್ ಸೇಸ್, ಡು ನಾಟ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಟು ಯು ಅರ್ಜುನ ಟು ಎ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ವಿಥೌಟ್ ಆಸ್ಟೆರಿಟಿ, ನ ತಪಸ್ಕಾಯ ನ ಅಭಕ್ತಾಯ, ಮ್ಯಾನ್ without austerity and devotion, or unwilling to hear, nacha ashushrushavе, he is not even ready. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರು ನಿರೀಶ್ವರವಾದಿಗಳಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೋ, ಭಗವಂತನಲ್ಲಿ ಭಕ್ತಿಯೇ ಇಲ್ವೋ, ವೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ಗಾಡ್, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗಾಡ್, ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಬಿಲೀವ್. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ವೇ, what is called as our Gurudev writes here, Virochana Siddhanta, if they follow that the body is supreme, I am born and I will die, that's all. So there is nothing to worry, there is no God. So to this extent, if the atheistic feeling is there in the mind for such people, people who do not believe in God, don't tell all these things. If this applies aptly to the Kali Yuga for us. So this shloka, what Lord means, these esoteric instructions or upadesha are meant for people who want to uplift themselves in this ocean of samsara. ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಅಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಭಿರುಚಿ ಇದೆ, ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನಲ್ಲಿ ಭಕ್ತಿ ಇದೆ, ಅಂಥವರಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಈ ಉಪದೇಶ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಭಗವಂತ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ he says, this is the most secret, the sacred, highest esoteric upadesha I have given to you so far. You can spread this message with the like-minded people who are interested in God, who are righteous, who are interested in the righteous way of life. ಯಾರು ಧರ್ಮವನ್ನು ಅವಲಂಬನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರಲ್ಲ, ಧರ್ಮದಿಂದ ಜೀವನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರಲ್ಲ, ಭಗವಂತ ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಇದೆ, ಅಂಥವರಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. Now he is making it very clear. Then next 2-3 shlokas, Lord says, you can call it as simply Phalashruti of reading Bhagavad Gita. But it is not just Phalashruti, but it is something more than that. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ the background, as our Gurudev once explained this, while editing the new version of Science of Bhagavad Gita, the enlarged version, now he was explaining this very clearly to me. See, Phalashruti word in our religious context, it means if you read a particular stotra, or a mantra, or a Purana, or a Kavya, or anything connected with God, you get some benefits in this birth, even after this birth, in the later life. Phalashruti ಶಬ್ದದ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಗುರುಗಳು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಫಲಶ್ರುತಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಸ್ತೋತ್ರವನ್ನ, ಭಗವತ್ ಮಂತ್ರವನ್ನ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಓದಿದರೆ, ಭಕ್ತಿಯಿಂದ ಓದಿದರೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಅದನ್ನು ಶ್ರವಣ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ, ವೆದರ್ ಯು ಲಿಸನ್ ಆರ್ ರೀಡ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್, ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಸಮ್ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ in this birth or in the later birth. That is Phalashruti. But here, the difference our Gurudev was talking, if you take all the stotras like the Lalita Sahasranama Stotra, Vishnu Sahasranama Stotra, Shiva Sahasranama Stotra, Bhujanga Prayata Stotra, like that there are hundreds of stotras. ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಮಂತ್ರಗಳ ಗುಚ್ಛ ಇದೆ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ. At the end, you observe whether Vishnu Sahasranama or Lalita Sahasranama. Our Gurudev was talking this. Please understand this very clearly. Either, example, Vishnu Sahasranama or Lalita Sahasranama, you observe in the end. There is a Palashruti. Now, who has written those Palashrutis? The Palashruti has been written by the other people after the completion of the stotra. ಈ ಸ್ತೋತ್ರ ಮುಗಿದ ನಂತರ ಇದು ಓದಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ರೀತಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಪುಣ್ಯ ಫಲ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಇನ್ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ರು ಬರೆದಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. Somebody else has mentioned that with all earnestness, seriousness. But here in Bhagavad Gita, our Gurudev was talking. Please remember why, now you understand why he was very, 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 all the time he was talking about the phrases of Bhagavad Gita. He was telling, at least read 10 shlokas per day finally. If not full Bhagavad Gita, if not one chapter per day, read at least 10 shlokas. Read, he used to say. Read at least 10 shlokas. Know why? Because here, Phalashruti, Gurudev said, that's why all Mahatmas, remember whoever has given a commentary on Bhagavad Gita starting from Adi Shankaracharya, hundreds of people, all Mahatmas, noble soul, all Jnanis, Siddha Purushas, Santa Purushas have given commentary. Apart from that, they have explained this to the people. So what is the Phalashruti then? Here Lord himself is giving out the Phalashruti, not somebody else. The Phalashruti, the effect of the reading of the Bhagavad Gita, what happens? Who is talking? Lord himself is talking. Andre, he is promising the difference between somebody telling you, look, you read this, all good things happen to you. When somebody says like that, compared to that, when Lord himself comes and tells you, you read this, what I have told, I will guarantee you. So which is more significant? The Lord's promise is more significant. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಕೊನೆ ಘಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಈ ಶ್ಲೋಕಗಳಿಗೆ ಗುರುಗಳು ಬಹಳ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ವ್ಯಾಖ್ಯಾನ. ಭಗವಂತನೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ಮಾತಾದ್ರಿಂದ ಇದು ಸತ್ಯವಚನ. is a promise by Lord. So what he says, if you simply read Bhagavad Gita, what happens? Just like that. If you simply listen to Bhagavad Gita, what happens? Just like that. And if you understand the meaning of the Bhagavad Gita by God's grace, by Guru's grace, then you try to explain that to the other devotees or spiritual aspirants or people who have full of devotion towards God in their mind or in their heart, then what happens? So that is why next shlokas are important. So we have to remember this point very well in our mind. Then you will know why our Gurudev used to say at least read 10 shlokas per day. Yaidam paramam guhyam mad bhaktveshu avidasyati bhaktim mai param krutva mame vaishyatya samshayah bhaktim mai param krutva mam eva eshyati asamshayah. Combined, mame vaishyatya samshayah, mameva eshyati asamshayah. Mameva eshyati asamshayah means such a person will attain me only, he will enter in me only ಅಂತ, ನನ್ನನ್ನೇ ಪಡಿತಾನೆ ಅಂತ ಖಡಾಖಂಡಿತವಾಗಿ ಮಾಮ್ ಏವ, that eva is added here, Lord himself. That means guaranteed, you will enter me only anta. That means what? You will end up with enlightenment anta. That means you will not have any more births. This will be your last birth anta artha. Mameva eshyase, mameva eshyate asamshayah, without doubt, guaranteed. That's what he means. without doubt, guaranteed, you enter in me only, you dwell in me only, you merge in me only. That is the point here. Yaru? Which person? See, any person, yaha means anyone, that such a person, bhaktim mayi param krutva. That is the point here. Mayi param bhaktim krutva. Bhaktim mayi param krutva. ನನ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಟ್ಟು ನನ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಪರಾಭಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಅನವರತ ನನ್ನ ಧ್ಯಾನವನ್ನೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ನನ್ನನ್ನೇ ನಂಬಿರತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಅತಿಶಯವಾದ ಭಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ನನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿರತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಅನ್ನೋ ಅರ್ಥ. ದ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ಟೋಟಲಿ ಡಿವೋಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಮೀ, ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಮ್ಮರ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಗಾಡ್ಲಿ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ. ದ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಹೂ ಈಸ್ ಎ 100% ಡಿವೋಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಮೈನ್ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. Bhaktimmayi param krutva. That means the person who has supreme devotion towards Lord. Lord or Guru, both are same. Bhagavanta andru onde, Guru andru onde. So yaru ಅಂತಹ ಪರಾಭಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನ ಭಗವಂತನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ತನ್ನ ಸದ್ಗುರುನಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೋ ಅಂಥವನು ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಭಕ್ತಿಮಯಿ ಪರಾಂ ಕೃತ್ವ ಇದಂ ಪರಮಂ ಗುಹ್ಯಂ ಮದ್ಭಕ್ತೇಷು ಅಭಿದಾಸ್ಯತೆ. Idam paramam guhyam. So such a secret and a sacred knowledge of Gita, if someone with a supreme devotion tells or explains to others, such a person will ultimately dwell in me only ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಏನ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತದು? ಮದ್ಭಕ್ತೇಷು ಅಭಿದಾಸ್ಯಸಿ. ನನ್ನ ಭಕ್ತರಿಗೆ ಯಾರು ಇದನ್ನ ತಿಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೋ, ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆಯನ್ನ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡೋದು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೋ, ಯಾರು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಅಲ್ಲ, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಯಾರ ಮೈಕ್ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಬುಕ್ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಜನಗಳನ್ನ ಕೂರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಅದಲ್ಲ. ನಿಜವಾದ ಭಗವಂತನಲ್ಲಿ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಅಸಾಧಾರಣವಾದ ಭಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನ ಇಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾಳು ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಎ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ವಿತ್ ಎ ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಡಿವೋಷನ್. ಲಾರ್ಡ್ ಹಿಮ್ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಈಸ್ ಟೆಲಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್, not somebody else. So anybody with a supreme devotion gives out the secret knowledge of Gita, my dialogue with Arjuna, my upadesha to Arjuna, to such people who are also devoted in their life, will definitely, undoubtedly, asamshayah, undoubtedly, he will attain me only. And then to ascertain the same point, he starts again. Nacha tasmat manusheshu kaschin me priyakuttamah bhavita nacha me tasmat anya priyataro bhuvi. Now he is extolling such a personality who is immersed in devotion, who is immersed in the bhakti of Lord himself, and goes on praising the Lord, goes on explaining Bhagavad Gita, the inner insights, inner meaning to other devotees. So Lord is so pleased. Again he continues. But yen helta idane. So there is none among any other, none among the men who is such a greater, doing such a great service, because he is doing such a great service. And even in the future also, there will be no more dearer than this person to me. That is the point here. Intaha vyakti tasmat manusheshu kaschit me priyakruttamaha na. Intaha vyakti ee jagattinalli ella manushyaರಲ್ಲಿ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಉತ್ತಮನಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಿಯಕೃತ್ತಮನಾಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಈ ಸೋ ಡೇರರ್ ಟು ಬಿ, ನನಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಅಚ್ಚುಮೆಚ್ಚು. ಭವಿತಾನ ಚ ಮೇ ತಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಅನ್ಯಃ ಪ್ರಿಯತರೋ ಭುವಿ. ಇನ್ನು ಮುಂದೆ ಜಗತ್ತಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇವನಿಗಿಂತ ನನಗೆ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಪಾತ್ರ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಂತವ್ರು ಯಾರು ಹುಟ್ಟೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಭವಿತಾಚ ಮೇ ತಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಅನ್ಯಃ ಪ್ರಿಯತರೋ ಭುವಿ. ಭುವಿ ಈ ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವನಂತೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಿಯವಾದ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನ ಮಾಡೋ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾರೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಮನುಷ್ಯನಲ್ಲಿ. ಮತ್ತು ಈ ಜಗತ್ತಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇವನಿಗಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಪ್ರಿಯಕರನಾಗಿರೋ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ನನಗೂ ಯಾರೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲಾರ್ಡ್ ಸೇಸ್, ಐ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿ ಲವ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಸೋ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ಡ್ with such a personality and ultimately he will enter me only. That is the point here. Then the second point, to make it further, he says, Adhyeshyate cha imam dharmyam samvadamavayoho jnana yajnena tenaham ishtasyam iti me matihi. Jnana yajnena tena aham ishtasyam. Ishtasyam means passive verb. I will get myself worshipped by such a person. ಇಷ್ಟಸ್ಯಾಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಂತಹ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಯಿಂದ ನಾನು ಪೂಜೆಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಯಾರು? ಅಧ್ಯೇಷ್ಯತೆ ಚ ಇಮಂ ಧರ್ಮ್ಯಂ ಸಂವಾದಮಾವಯೋಃ. ಸಂವಾದಂ ಆವಯೋಃ. ಸಂವಾದಮಾವಯೋಃ. ಅಧ್ಯೇಷ್ಯತೆ ಚ ಇಮಂ ಧರ್ಮ್ಯಂ ಸಂವಾದಮಾವಯೋಃ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಯಜ್ಞೇನ ತೇನಾಹಂ ಇಷ್ಟಸ್ಯಾಮಿತಿ ಮೇ ಮತಿಃ. ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಈ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆ, ನೋಡಪ್ಪ ಅರ್ಜುನ, ನನ್ನ ಮತ್ತು ನಿನ್ನ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ನಡೆದಂತಹ ಈ ಸಂವಾದ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಈ ಗೀತೋಪದೇಶವನ್ನ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆಯಿಂದ ಓದಿದರೂ ಸಹ ಅಧ್ಯೇಷ್ಯತೆ ಚ ಇಮಂ ಧರ್ಮ್ಯಂ ಸಂವಾದಂ ಆವಯೋಹೋ. ಸಂವಾದಂ ಆವಯೋಹೋ, ನಮ್ಮಿಬ್ಬರ ಈ ಸಂವಾದವನ್ನ ಅಧ್ಯೇಷ್ಯತೆ, ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಂದ ಓದಿದರೂ ಸಹ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಯಜ್ಞೇನ ತೇನ ಅಹಂ ಇಷ್ಟಸ್ಯಾಮ್ ಇತಿ ಮೇ ಮತಿಃ. ಓದಿದರೂ ಸಹ ಅಂತಹ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಯಜ್ಞವನ್ನೇ ಮಾಡಿದ ಹಾಗೆ, ಇದು ನನ್ನ ಮತ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಡಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ ಹಿಯರ್? ಐ ಶಲ್ ಬಿ ವರ್ಷಿಪ್ಡ್ by such a person by jnana yajna if he simply reads Bhagavad Gita. Even the reading Bhagavad Gita, that is equal to jnana yajna. So earlier in the 4th chapter he has explained all the in detail about different types of yajnas. There again he has explained about jnana yajna in the 4th chapter, and ultimately explains what is jnana. Jnana is the path of the wisdom. That is Sankhya Yoga, according to Lord in Bhagavad Gita. That is nothing but way of meditation, nothing but self-inquiry, as it is called now in a simple English. ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ನಾವು ಅರಿತುಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ಧ್ಯಾನ ಮಾರ್ಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರವೃತ್ತರಾಗೋದು, the path of meditation, where trying to understand who am I, ultimately, all come under Jnana, Jnana Marga, the path of wisdom, Sankhya Marga, all that in the 4th chapter is explained. So, what he says, it is as good as meditation, as good as dhyana, as good as japa. If you read Bhagavad Gita, that is equivalent to meditation ಅಂತ ಭಗವಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ನಾವು ಧ್ಯಾನ ಯೋಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಸಿದ್ಧಿಯನ್ನ, ಜ್ಞಾನವನ್ನ ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಪಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಸಿದ್ಧಿ ಓದುವುದರಿಂದಲೇ. ಓದೋದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದೇ ಅರ್ಥ. ಆಚಾರ್ಯರು ಬಹಳ ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟವಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ಇನ್ ದ ಕಾಮೆಂಟ್ರಿ ಗಿವನ್ ಬೈ ಭಗವತ್ಪಾದ ಶಂಕರ. ಅಧ್ಯೇಶತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾಟ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಲೈನ್ಡ್ ರೈಡರ್ ಈಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಆಲ್ ಅರ್ನೆಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾ. With earnestness and shraddha and devotion, if I read Bhagavad Gita, that is the point. So it is as good as I am performing jnana yajna, sacrifice. Because there he says earlier, please remember the golden words of the Lord. What he has said there, Dhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. 3 conditions. Tadvidhi pranipatena, number 1, pariprashnena, number 2, sevaya, number 3. By these 3 methods, when you go towards a jnani, when you go towards a brahmajnani, when you go towards a santa purusha, with all humility, surrender yourself anta. Pranipata andre surrendering. By surrendering, Sevaya, by doing service to the Guru, by surrendering our ego to the Guru. Pariprashnena, by waiting and asking relevant spiritual doubts occurring in my mind after listening with ekagra chitta, after shavana, while doing manana, contemplation, if doubts come, then get it clarified. So that is pariprashnena. So by these three methods, ultimately, when the Guru gets pleased, he will impart the jnana to you. That is what Lord has said earlier. That is jnana. That is jnana yajna. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshante te jnanam jnanina tattvadarshinaha. So tattvadarshina jnanina upadekshante te jnanam. When do they impart you the jnana? When you have these three qualifications. What are the three qualifications? Basically, surrendering yourself at the feet of the Guru. Pranipata means that not simply bowing my head, surrendering my ego there, losing my identity, I am so and so. Pariprashnena, sevaya. So that is how path of jnana, marga, is so difficult, it is not easy. There he says, now the same thing. So here, by reading with interest and shraddha, with the devotion, ಬರೀ ನಾವು ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆಯಿಂದ ಭಕ್ತಿಯಿಂದ ಇದನ್ನು ಓದಿದ್ರು ಸಾಕು ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆ. ಅದು ಜ್ಞಾನ ಯಜ್ಞಕ್ಕೆ ಸಮ ಅಂತ ಭಗವಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ಮಾತಿದೆ. ಅಧ್ಯೇಶತೆ ಚ ಇಮಂ ಧರ್ಮ್ಯಂ ಸಂವಾದಮಾವಯೋ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಯಜ್ಞೇನ ತೇನಾಹಂ ಇಷ್ಟಸ್ಯಾಂ ಇತಿ ಮೇ ಮತಿಹಿ. So it is my opinion, me matihi, it is my opinion, remember Arjuna. Then third point, Shraddhavana suyascha shunayadapi yo naraha sopi mukta shubhan lokan prapnuyat punya karmanam. The third point again he mentions here, by chance even if somebody listens, he may not be able to read, he may not be able to understand the meaning, but at least by chance if he sits and if he comes across and listens, ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆಯನ್ನು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕೇಳಿದರೂ ಸಾಕು ಅಂತ. ಭಗವಂತ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕರುಣಾಶಾಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಗುರುದೇವ್ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಹಿ ರೈಟ್ಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಸಿ, ಗಾಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೋ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾಷನೇಟ್. Even if you listen, he will bestow his grace. There is a point here, Lord mentions. What he says, even if you listen, you may not be a earnest disciple, you may not have supreme devotion, you may not have surrendered to a guru. ನಿಮಗೆ ಸರಿಯಾದ ಗುರು ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಮಗೆ ಮಂತ್ರೋಪದೇಶ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಮಗೆ ಏನೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಂಥ ಸನ್ನಿವೇಶದಲ್ಲೂ ಸಹ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆಯನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೂ ಸಾಕು ಅಂತ ಅವರು. Even if you listen, Shavana, Shunayadapi, api word has come here, the Lord's insistence that you don't bother, you may have a guru, you may not have a guru. Whether you know the path of jnana or not doesn't matter. Whether you have supreme devotion or not, no problem. Whether you sit and do meditation every day, no problem. Whether you do japa every day or not, no problem. That is the point. Shunayatapi means that even if you listen Bhagavad Gita, this sacred dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna, if you listen, Shunayatapi means that point. Then what happens? You will enter into Sadgati after the death. What does it mean? You will enter into Sadgati andre, you will enter into such afterlife worlds which are obtainable by all righteous people doing all the time righteous things in their life. ಯಾರೋ ಧರ್ಮಾತ್ಮರಾಗಿ ಧರ್ಮಯುಕ್ತರಾಗಿ ವೇದಕ್ಕೆ ಅನುಗುಣವಾಗಿ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಅನುಗುಣವಾಗಿ ಜೀವನವನ್ನು ನಡೆಸಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೋ, ಯಾರು ಹೋಮ ಹವನ ಯಾಗ ವ್ರತಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೋ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ, ಅಂಥವರಿಗೆ ಯಾವ ಪುಣ್ಯ ಲೋಕಗಳು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಮರಣಾನಂತರ, ಅಂತಹ ಶುಭ ಪುಣ್ಯ ಲೋಕವು ಈ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗೂ ದೊರಕುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾರಿಗೆ? ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆಯನ್ನ ಶ್ರವಣ ಮಾಡಿದಂತ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗೂ ಸಿಕ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಲಾರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಮಿಸ್. ಸೊ ಕೇಳೋದ್ರಿಂದಲೇ ಪುಣ್ಯಲೋಕ ಸಿಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನು ಓದೋದ್ರಿಂದ by listening only when you get the higher better world after death, sadgati shubhan lokan sopi muktah shubhan lokan prapnuyat punya karmanam shubhan lokan prapnuyat. By automatically such a person will enter into highest worlds, which is meant for righteous people to live eventually happily. Of course, there is, again you have to come back to earth. Till you are emancipated, you have to come back to earth. But you will always enter into Shubhan Loka. ಪುಣ್ಯ ಜೀವಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಪ್ತವಾಗತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಧರ್ಮಾತ್ಮರಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಪ್ತವಾಗತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಲೋಕಗಳು ಮರಣಾನಂತರ ಸಿಕ್ಕುತ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. So even if anyone without envy, with Shraddha, with full faith listens to this Gita Vyakhyana, this Bhagavad Gita, he will be freed from all the sins. That's important. Yo naraha so api muktaha shubhan lokan prapnuyat. Muktaha word means you will be freed from your sins ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಪಾಪಗಳಿಂದ ಮುಕ್ತರಾಗಿ ಸದ್ಗತಿಯನ್ನು ಹೊಂದುತ್ತಾರೆ. So ಇದು ಹೇಳಿ, then simply a last question. He asks Arjuna, very interesting, that is left to us to understand why he asked this question. Kachchidet tat shrutam partha tvayaicagrena chetasa kachchid jnana sammoha pranashtaste dhananjaya. Kachchid etat shrutam partha त्वया एकाग्रेण चेतसा कच्चित् श्रुतं त्वया पार्थ एकाग्रेण चेतसा कच्चित् अज्ञान सम्मोह प्रणष्टः ते धनंजय. प्रणष्टः ते धनंजय. So he is putting a question here. कच्चित् अज्ञान सम्मोह प्रणष्टः ते. ನಿನಗೆ ನಿನ್ನ ಅಜ್ಞಾನ ಮತ್ತು ಈ ಮೋಹದಿಂದ ಉಂಟಾಗಿರತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಅಜ್ಞಾನ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, the ignorance because of your delusion, has it vanished? Pranashtaha, has it vanished? Question mark. Kachchit pranashtaha kachchit te shrutam partha tvayekagrena chetasa. ಇದೇನು ಕೇಳಿದೆಯಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ನೀನು, whatever you have heard now, have you understood with one-pointed concentration? Tvaya ekagrena chetasa kachchit eta shrutam partha tvaya ekagrena chetasa. So the question, first line bada clear. Have you understood this so far, what I said, with one-pointed concentration? So this is the question for us actually. Have I really understood Bhagavad Gita or not? I have to find the answer. Lord is putting a question. Arjuna, have you heard so far what I said with concentration and Shraddha? That is the question. Second question, is your delusion, moha, passion, born out of ignorance, has it gone? ನಿನ್ನ ಮೋಹದಿಂದ ಉತ್ಪತ್ತಿಯಾದ ಅಜ್ಞಾನ ಹೋಯಿತಾ, ತೊಲಗುತ್ತಾ ಅರ್ಜುನ? ಇದು ನಮಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಭಗವಂತ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಉತ್ತರ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಉತ್ತರ ಬರಬೇಕು. We have to find answer to these two questions. Have I understood Bhagavad Gita so far? Have I listened to it so far correctly? Then my second question in my mind would be, is the real my moha due to ignorance, has it vanished or not? To whom I should answer? Nobody. I should find the answer inside me only. That is the point. Then Arjuna Uvacha. Arjuna says, after a long time, what he says? Nashto moha smutirlabdha tat prasadat mayachyuta sthitosmi gada sandeha karishye vachanam tava. He is very clear now. He says, Nashto moha, nashtaha moha smutirlabdha. Smutirlabdha. ನೋಡಪ್ಪ ಕೃಷ್ಣ, ನನಗೆ ಜ್ಞಾನೋದಯವಾಯಿತು, ಸ್ಮೃತಿರ್ಲಬ್ಧ, ನನಗೆ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಉಂಟಾಯಿತು. Now I have regained my wisdom, Krishna, because nashtaha mohaha, my passion, my delusion is gone. How? Tvatprasadat, by your grace, Achyuta, Sthitosmi gata sandeha karishye vachanam tava. Now everything is gone, all my doubts are clear. Gata sandeha karishye vachanam tava. So now I will give you my word that I will just simply follow what you say. Arjuna says to Krishna now, by your grace, Krishna, my delusion is destroyed. All my doubts are destroyed. I promise you that I am going to follow your injunction or advice. Sthitosmi gata sandeha karishye vachanam tava. I have regained smritilabdha. I have regained my knowledge by your grace. That is what Arjuna says here, 73rd shloka. But when you go deeper into Mahabharata, another point is there that somewhere long back it was discussed. I will not take up now itself. Arjuna says, Nashto moha smutir labdha karishye tava vachana. So there ends dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna. Now the Sanjaya, who is narrating the whole thing to Dhritarashtra in Hastinapura, now finally Sanjaya comes out with his opinion. Sanjaya uvacha ityaham vasudevasya parthasya cha mahatmanah. Now he is using the word Mahatma to Arjuna. Mahatmanah parthasya vasudevasya cha ityaham samvadam ashrausham adbhutam romaharshanam. Ityaham vasudevasya parthasya cha mahatmanah samvadam ima ashrausham adbhutam romaharshanam. So Sanjaya ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ? ರೋಮಹರ್ಷಣಂ ಅದ್ಭುತಂ ಸಂವಾದಂ imam ashrausham. I just listened, I have heard this such a wonderful, thrilling romaharshanam. By listening, all the hairs on my back and the nape are almost they are erect. ರೋಮಹರ್ಷಣ, ರೋಮಾಂಚನ. ಈ ರೋಮಾಂಚಕರವಾದಂತಹ ಅದ್ಭುತವಾದಂತಹ ಸಂವಾದ ಏನಿದೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಮತ್ತು ಅರ್ಜುನರ ಮಧ್ಯೆ, ಇದನ್ನ ಈಗ ತಾನೇ ಕೇಳಿದ್ನಪ್ಪ ಧೃತರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸಂಜಯ ಸೇಸ್ ಟು ಧೃತರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ, ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ವೇ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಹರ್ಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್ ಥ್ರಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಕಾನ್ವರ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದ ಮಹಾತ್ಮ ಅರ್ಜುನ ಅಂಡ್ ವಾಸುದೇವ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನೌ. ದೆನ್ ಹಿ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್. ಯಾರು? ಸಂಜಯ. ವ್ಯಾಸ ಪ್ರಸಾದಾತ್ ಶ್ರುತವಾನ್ ಏತದ್ ಗುಹ್ಯಂ ಅಹಂ ಪರಂ. ವ್ಯಾಸ ಪ್ರಸಾದಾತ್ ಶ್ರುತವಾನ್ ಏತತ್ ಗುಹ್ಯಂ ಅಹಂ ಪರಂ. ಯೋಗಂ ಯೋಗೇಶ್ವರಾತ್ ಕೃಷ್ಣಾತ್ ಸಾಕ್ಷಾತ್ ಕಥಯತಃ ಸ್ವಯಂ. ವ್ಯಾಸ ಪ್ರಸಾದಾತ್, he is using the term here because we have to remember this is an important word. Vyasa prasadat means by the grace of Vyasa Maharshi, who himself is the incarnation of God. Sanjaya knows that. Vyasa Maharshi is not an ordinary Maharshi. He is a God incarnate. He is Swayam Vishnu Bhagavan incarnated in the form of Vyasa at the end of Dwapara every time. This Sanjaya knows that. So he says, with utmost respect, by the grace of Vyasa Maharshi, Vyasa Prasadat, Etat Guhyam Param Yogam, ಇಂತಹ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ರಹಸ್ಯವಾದ ಪವಿತ್ರವಾದ ಈ ಸಂವಾದ ಅನ್ನತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಯೋಗ ಏನಿದೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಗೀತೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರ ಏನಿದೆ, ಯೋಗಂ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಗೀತಾ ಈಸ್ ರೆಫರಿಂಗ್, Yogam means dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna. Idanna, this Sakshat Yogeshwarat Krishnat Khatayataha Swayam. Krishnanindale, ಯಾವ ಕೃಷ್ಣ? ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನಾದಂತಹ ಯೋಗೇಶ್ವರನಾದಂತಹ ಸ್ವಯಂ ಕೃಷ್ಣನಿಂದಲೇ ಬಂದಿರತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಈ ಪರಮ ಗುಹ್ಯ ರಹಸ್ಯ ಪವಿತ್ರ ಯೋಗಂ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಗೀತೆಯನ್ನ, ಗೀತಾಶಾಸ್ತ್ರವನ್ನ, ಉಪದೇಶವನ್ನ ವ್ಯಾಸಪ್ರಸಾದ ವ್ಯಾಸ ಮಹರ್ಷಿಗಳ ದಯೆಯಿಂದ ಶ್ರುತವಾನ್, ನಾನು ಕೇಳಿದೆ ಧೃತರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ. ನೋಡಪ್ಪ, ಕಿಂಗ್ is talking to Dhritarashtra. He is conveying the message to Dhritarashtra. By the grace of Vyasa Maharshi, look, king, just now I heard the supreme secret knowledge of yoga. That is Bhagavad Gita, in other words. I heard supreme secret knowledge of yoga from the Lord of Yoga himself. Paramatmane Yogeshwara. ಆ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನ ಬಾಯಿಂದಲೇ ನಾನು ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೇನಪ್ಪ ಈ ಯೋಗವನ್ನ, ಈ ಗೀತೆಯನ್ನ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಂತೋಷ ಪಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಸಂಜಯ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ರಾಜನ್ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ್ಯ ಸಂವಾದಂ ಇಮಂ ಅದ್ಭುತಂ ಕೇಶವಾರ್ಜುನ ಯೋಹ ಪುಣ್ಯಂ ಹೃಷ್ಯಾಮಿ ಚ ಮುಹುರ್ಮುಹು. ಮುಹುರ್ಮುಹು ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಗೇನ್, ಮತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ, ಪುನಃ ಪುನಃ, ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. Rajan, he is telling Dhritarashtra, Rajan, look, samsrutya samvadam imam adbhutam keshavarjunayoho imam sammadam adbhutam samsrutya punyam hrishyami cha muhurmuhu. Look, King Dhritarashtra, recollecting again and again, remembering again and again, samsrutya, recollecting again and again this wonderful dialogue between Lord Krishna and Arjuna, I am rejoicing over and over again. I am enjoying over and over. Hrishyami cha muhurmuhu. ನನಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಂತೋಷ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಇದು ನೆನೆಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಈ ಗೀತೆ, ಈ ಶ್ಲೋಕಗಳು, ಉಪದೇಶಗಳನ್ನ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಬಂತ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಂತೋಷ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ. ಸಚೆ ಪುಣ್ಯಂ ಅದ್ಭುತಂ ಸಂವಾದಂ ಇದಂ ತಚ್ಚ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ್ಯ ರೂಪಮತ್ಯದ್ಭುತಂ ಹರೇಃ ವಿಸ್ಮಯೋ ಮೇ ಮಹಾನ್ ರಾಜನ್ ಹೃಷ್ಯಾಮಿ ಚ ಪುನಃ ಪುನಃ. Again he says, Sanjaya, ತಚ್ಚ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ್ಯ ರೂಪಂ ಅತ್ಯದ್ಭುತಂ ಹರೇಃ ವಿಸ್ಮಯೋ ಮೇ ಮಹಾರಾಜನ್ ಹೃಷ್ಯಾಮಿ ಚ ಪುನಃ ಪುನಃ. Look, King Dhritarashtra, again and again recollecting the same thing, his wonderful physical form of Vishwarupa Darshana. Rupam ati adbhutam harehe samsrutya. Sanjaya observed the Vishwarupa Darshana of Lord. So, in the entire Mahabharata, we have to remember, because of the grace of Vyasa Maharshi, Sanjaya could even listen, Sanjaya could see both. So, he remembers that. The Vishwarupa Darshana of Lord, just remembering that itself, Vismayo me mahan rajan hrishyami cha punah punah. Mahan vismaya me rajan hrishyami cha punah punah. I am so thrilled. I still remember again and again that Vishwarupa of Lord comes into my mind. I am so pleased. I am so punah punah hrishyami. I am rejoicing again and again, repeatedly. That's what he is talking. And without anything else, finally Sanjaya ends his way of conveying his respect to the Lord. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishno Yatra Partho Dhanurdharah Tatra Shri Vijayo Bhotir Dhruva Netir Matir Mama. Yatra Yogeshwaro Krishna Yatra Partho Dhanurdharah Tatra Shri Vijaya Bhutir Dhruva Niti Matir Mama. Tatra Shri Vijaya Bhuti Dhruvaniti Matir Mama. Tatra Shri Vijayo Bhutir Dhruvaniti Matir Mama. Now Sanjaya ends with this final statement. He says, wherever the Lord of Yoga, Paramatma himself, wherever that Krishna is present along with Arjuna, who is a great archer, no doubt there is the victory, there is the prosperity, there is the alaukika shakti or the glory and righteousness, eternal righteousness, dhruvarniti, permanent righteousness, always will manifest. So he says, Sanjaya says, wherever the Krishna and Arjuna are together, the victory is certain. Look, Dhritarashtra, the victory is certain. There lies the prosperity, not in your side. You are blinded by passion about your son continuing in this Hastinapura to be the king forever. It will not happen, because the victory is on that side. Prosperity is on that side. Why? Because the dharma is on that side. So that is a final hint. Sanjay is telling Dhritarashtra. It means forever for us also in Kali Yuga. Yatra Yogeshwaro, Yogeshwara Krishno, Yatra Partho, Dhanurtara. So yelli Krishna niddano, Arjuna niddano antandre, Arjuna antandre is a symbol where there is Lord and where there is the subordinate Shishya who has surrendered to the Guru himself. So where there is Guru and a surrendered Shishya anta tagolbeku. That is how we should take this first line meaning. Mahatman say, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanurdharaha means simply not Krishna and Arjuna. It means the Guru and the surrendered disciple. The Guru and the surrendered devotee. The devotee who is completely at the feet of the Guru. The Guru or the God, one and the same. So, yelli Paramatma mattu Shishyana avinabhava sambandha idiyo, antahalli Vijaya, Shri, that means prosperity, victory, glory, everything automatically follows on Trikul. That is what. So, wherever there is Krishna, the Lord of Yoga, Yogeshwara, and wherever there is Arjuna, armed with the bow and arrow, and finally following the injunction of Krishna without any doubt, with the least doubts, all doubts clear, surely there is a prosperity and victory. That is the point Sanjaya makes it very, very, very clear. Remember, there comes to the end of the 78th shloka of the Bhagavad Gita. Before that, one small point is, this Bhagavad Gita, comprising 700 shlokas, they are in the Moola Mahabharata. It comes in Bhishma Parva, in the 25th chapter of the Bhishma Parva of Moola Mahabharata. Simply to remember, Bhagavad Gita is explained in the Mahabharata in the Bhishma Parva. Before Bhagavad Gita starts, Sanjaya, sitting in Hastinapura, along with the Emperor Dhritarashtra, endowed with a divine vision by the grace of Vyasa Maharshi, because of the request of Dhritarashtra, he starts narrating Bhagavad Gita as he has heard and seen. Sanjaya, ವ್ಯಾಸ ಮಹರ್ಷಿಗಳ ಕೃಪೆಯಿಂದ ದಿವ್ಯ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯನ್ನು ಪಡೆದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯುದ್ಧದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಸ್ವತಃ ಅದನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಅದನ್ನ ವರ್ಣನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾನೆ ಧೃತರಾಷ್ಟ್ರನಿಗೆ. ಆ ವರ್ಣನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮೊದಲು, ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಸಂಜಯ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನಿಂಗ್ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತಾ, the last advice he gives to Dhritarashtra before Bhagavad Gita, please remember, before the war or before Bhagavad Gita recitation starts in the Mahabharata, the last advice given to Dhritarashtra was Sanjaya, his own close friend by Sanjaya himself. There he says, beginning only he says ultimately, he knows Dhritarashtra is completely deluded under passion. He is interested in his son. He is interested his son should continue as the emperor. So, he gives a final sermon, final advice to Dhritarashtra. What he says? Yato dharmas tata krishno yata krishna tato jayaha. He ends that. His advice to Dhritarashtra. The advice given by Sanjaya, it ends like this. Yato dharmas tata krishno yata krishna tato jayaha. Where there is dharma, there is always Krishna. And where there is Krishna, there is always victory. Such a simple statement, beautiful statement to remember. With that, Bhagavad Gita is commenced. And finally, the same thing, same Upadesha he ends with. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishno, Yatra Partho Dhanurdhara, Tatra Shri Vijayo Bhotir Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. So wherever there is dharma, wherever there is righteousness, wherever there is such total righteous way of thinking, Lord is always on that side. And wherever the Lord is present, that means the victory is on that side. ಯಾವತ್ತಿದ್ರೂ ಧರ್ಮಕ್ಕೆ ನ್ಯಾಯಕ್ಕೆ ವಿಜಯ ಹೊರತು ಅನ್ಯಾಯಕ್ಕೆ ಅಧರ್ಮಕ್ಕೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋ ಸಂದೇಶ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಂಜಯ ಕೊನೆಯದಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ಯಾರಿಗೆ? ಧೃತರಾಷ್ಟ್ರನಿಗೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಓಂ ತತ್ಸದಿತಿ ಶ್ರೀಮದ್ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತಾಸು ಉಪನಿಷತ್ಸು ಬ್ರಹ್ಮವಿದ್ಯಾಯಾಂ ಯೋಗಶಾಸ್ತ್ರೇ ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣಾರ್ಜುನ ಸಂವಾದೆ ಮೋಕ್ಷ ಸನ್ಯಾಸ ಯೋಗೋ ನಾಮ ಅಷ್ಟಾದಶೋಧ್ಯಾಯಃ. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು. ಹೀಗೆ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆಯ ವ್ಯಾಖ್ಯಾನ ಸಮಾಪ್ತಿ.
Jaya 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 Ram.